Hey guys, welcome back here to a beautiful sunny day here on the hillside. It is the middle of July. It is in the mid upper 80s. It is hot. And we're going to talk about houseplants. So, yeah. Now, we are outside, like I mentioned. It is mid-July. And these are some of my houseplants that I've had inside that have been brought outside. Now, if you are able to bring some of your houseplants outdoors for the summer, I highly recommend it. Okay, you're going to get more of natural sunlight to your plants. They're going to be able to get the rained on. They're going to get the humidity, the temperature fluctuations, everything that's actually going to help these plants grow. Now, remember, a lot of these are coming from tropical areas. Okay, most of our houseplants we do keep in our homes are tropical plants, like this epiphytic cactus. This actually comes from the Atlantic rainforest of Brazil. Okay, we have some of the spider plants. These come from, I believe, East Africa. This alocasia back here, which is not doing well at all, is one of the plants I just cannot grow. Alocasias, the whole family. Whatever I'm doing it wrong. You have to know when you're beat, but there are a lot of things I do well, so I focus on what I do well. And a lot of these here are the Easter and or Christmas or holiday cactus, depending on what you want to call them. They do also come from the Atlantic rainforest in Brazil and are loving it, being out here in the elements. Now, some things to consider when bringing your plants outside are this. Okay, now no matter how bright the window is inside of your house, bringing them outside is going to fry them if you throw them into direct sunlight, okay? You must harden them off just like you would tomato or pepper or any kind of sprouts you're trying to grow inside. You don't just throw them straight outside into the sun. They will melt. They will zap. They will wither up and die. Okay, they're going to get sun scald. The leaves are going to burn on them. It is not good for your plants. Now, this cactus here, I actually did pollinate back in December when it was blooming around the holidays there, and those fruit have been pollinated and are swelling up. I'm going to try to get those from seed and do a video on growing the cactus like this from the seed. But you can see how dark green these leaves are. It is a very, very healthy plant. It is loving it being outside, absorbing all of that natural sunlight and just being out here in the elements. Now, another thing to consider is remember what plants you have. Okay, when people think these are tropical plants, they most likely are not from a place where what I'm trying to say is where they grow naturally is not a place that is going to be in bright, full sunlight, unless you have an actual cactus or something. Okay, now, I'm not sure how well this is coming through this Syndapsis, and here's an arrowhead vine back here, which has actually I just got this as a really small plant, and it has already pretty much doubled in size. It is loving where it is at back there and starting to vine. But yeah, so these plants are naturally growing on the understory of the rainforest or jungle areas, and they like that dark, dappled light. This area back here does not get much sunlight. Like right about now in this daytime is when it does get the most sunlight, but for the most part, it stays very shady and a lot cooler back here. It is protected from most of the hottest part of the day, just for that. So if you find a place in your property that is protected, it's not in full sun, it stays a little bit cooler, a little bit shadier, that's the place you want to bring your houseplants. Okay, now, off a side note here, check out all of these bee activity on this oregano. If you can kind of see that, oregano has a tremendous amount of flowers and is absolutely buzzing with activity, pun intended, with all the bees back here. But getting back to the topic, now, one thing you also need to remember as well is that if you live in a climate where it is extremely dry, like in New Mexico, Arizona, Las Vegas, or wherever you may live in the world that is an arid area, bringing a tropical plant into a place like that outdoors is going to be very difficult, okay? These plants need humidity to survive. A lot of our house plants actually do not thrive because the inside of our homes are so relatively low in humidity, okay? A lot of people even run dehumidifiers to make your house even less humid or even less damp, which, I understand that. But as far as your plants go, in my plant room, I have run a humidifier majority of the winter and partly the spring, just to make sure the humidity stays high. It does encourage aerial roots to grow, which if you're into propagating, which that's a different story altogether. But yes, you need a high humidity environment for most of these plants. But the good outweighs the bad. If you can keep these in a nice area, this has no damage. This spider plant here is thriving. It's doing great. It's kind of shaded out by under this oregano through the hottest part of the day. They're just doing great. So I do encourage you to bring your tropical plants outside for the summer. Help them get strong. Help them build up, a lot of good growth. It's going to help develop the roots, help develop stronger stems, and then you have the weak light you may be getting from inside of your house. If you maybe have them under grow lights or don't have a lot of space, natural sunlight is the best thing you can do. It's going to help produce totally strong, healthy plants, deep, vibrant green. It's just all around great for your plants. So hopefully those tips helped. Hopefully you find a way to bring some of your plants outside at the very least. Give them that little summer vacation, just like your kids like when they don't have to go to school. All right, these guys love being outside. This is the elements that they are this is what they're supposed to be in. Okay, so why spend all summer long keeping them inside, having to water them and having your cat knock them over out of the window? It's a long story, but sometimes the plants just need to go outside for their own safety. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so from the Hillside, guys, hope that was helpful. Hope this encourages you to bring some of your plants outdoors. And tell me what you're growing. What house plants do you have, and how have you fared bringing them outside? So leave a comment down below. Let us all know how well that's going. And we'll see you here on the Hillside next time with some more houseplant, tropical plant, and garden advice. All right, guys, until then, bye-bye.